Facebook is by far the most popular platform when it comes to digital marketing. And as Facebook has risen and become a more established marketing platform, there has been a whole lot of that has come out around how to actually use it. And now, as someone who is not claiming to know everything about Facebook ads, is someone that personally spends millions of dollars on Facebook, and most importantly, still continues to spend millions of dollars on Facebook, my overall BS radar is definitely pretty solid. So in today's video, we're gonna be covering the top 5 myths around Facebook ads and actually debunking them with proof, with the ultimate goal of helping you better utilize the platform and make a whole lot more sales. What's going on, everyone? It's Spencer here. If you're new to the channel, I run a growth focused agency by the name of Easy A Media, where we help multiple 6- and 7-figure Shopify brands scale their sales profitably. Like I mentioned at the beginning, we're going to be doing a little bit of myth busting today. The way that I'm going to be breaking this down is we're going to cover each myth one by one, and then I'm actually going to jump in the screen to show you exactly why it's a myth and prove it with data that we have in our actual client accounts, and then ultimately decide at the end whether the myth has been busted or not. So let's go ahead and jump into myth number 1. All right, so the first myth around Facebook ads is that targeting is done on the ad set level, which if we're talking about Facebook ads in 2017, 2018, 2019, and maybe even 2020, probably say it's not a myth. But if we're talking about 2024 Facebook ads, that is a complete myth. The truth is that your targeting is done on the ad level. What do I mean by that? Well, based on the actual creatives that you give to Facebook, Facebook will actually analyze and essentially break down your creative and identify what is the headline, what is the body copy, what does the creative show, what do the people look like in the creative, and they'll basically take all of that information and use that to serve ads to people that it believes will actually resonate with the creatives that you've given. In case you forgot, Facebook and Instagram are visual first platforms. So if you want to target a specific person, say for example doctors, you're probably going to need to make creatives and ads that actually resonate with that type of person. If you actually just go into the ad set level on Facebook and scroll down to the audience selector area, there's a little icon here that says we may deliver ads beyond your audience for eligible ad objectives if it's likely to improve performance, which is basically Facebook nicely saying we don't actually care who you target, we're going to do the targeting for you. So if you still think by going in here and choosing different interests it's actually going to help your ad performance, Facebook is literally telling you it does not care who you target because the ad creatives are going to do it for you. And if you need even more proof, if you just simply click the create button and select sales and continue, Facebook is actually going to auto select Advantage Plus shopping campaign, which literally says, don't worry about targeting, just give me ads and I will handle the rest. So again, if you still think the targeting is done on the ad set level, you probably should jump on Twitter every once in a while just to understand what's actually happening in the world. But at the end of the day, if you trust Facebook to do the targeting based off of the ad creatives that you give it, it will be so much more successful on Facebook ads as a whole. So myth number 1, targeting is done on the ad set level, busted. Now myth number 2 is something that I've heard buzzing around a little bit, especially as this platform has started to rise, and that's that TikTok ads are better than Facebook ads. That is a complete myth. Even though I'm not much of a TikTok guy, and every time I try to take our high average order value clients and try to run TikTok ads, I get slapped in the face. As you can see on screen, this data presented so nicely by Triple Whale clearly shows that Meta is a far superior platform than TikTok. How am I making that assumption? Well, 71% of total ad budget during BFCM was spent on Meta compared to 4% spent on TikTok. Now, I don't know about you, but if TikTok was actually a better platform for me to make money, I'm pretty sure there would be a lot more people spending on it. Now, this is not me bashing TikTok and say it can't be a great platform, because to be honest, TikTok is on the come up. It is doing a lot of really great things. At the end of the day, the idea that TikTok ads are better than Facebook ads, and if you genuinely think that, oh, Facebook ads, they work for me, but TikTok ads must work for me, you're being completely misled. So again, myth number 2, TikTok ads better than Facebook ads, is completely false. Facebook is definitely still the king, which means that this myth busted. Hey guys, what's going on? It's Spencer here. I hope you're enjoying the video. I just want to butt in super quick to let you know about the brand new Skool community that I just launched. As of right now, we have a free version and a paid version. So if you're interested in joining our Skool community and learning a little bit more about each one, I'd highly recommend clicking the link down below to check it out. Whether you're just starting starting out on Facebook ads, or you're already spending a couple $1,000s a day, I've built this program in a way to try to be valuable for everyone and ultimately help you grow your sales further. Let's get back to myth busting. Myth number 3, and this is probably going to rustle up some feathers, is that you need to force spend on Facebook ads. Now, what does that mean? Well, there is practices out there that tell you Facebook doesn't know what to spend on, and Facebook is kind of dumb. So you have to actually force spend on Facebook and tell Facebook what to spend on in order to actually get results. Now, I'm not going to go crazy deep into this because at the end of the day, how you run the ads matters way less than the actual ads themselves. But Meta's goal is to make you money. It also has 20 plus years of data on every single person that basically exists. So if you're trying to tell me that you know the ads that are going to resonate better than the machine that literally knows everything about every single person, I gotta say, I wish I had your confidence. But at the end of the day, you actually don't need to force spend on Facebook ads because Facebook can just do it for you. To emphasize my point further, here's a great example of a DCT that we launched that started to absolutely take off and allowed us to scale from spending $43,000 a week on just this previous best performing ad to then this ad overtaking it and allowing us to scale to almost $60,000 a week in spend while essentially maintaining the exact same performance. Facebook is going to prioritize spend on what it believes can actually drive the best performance for your business as a whole. So the idea that you need to force spend on specific ads to get the best performance out of Facebook could probably be another video full of proof for me to show you, but I'm telling you, this is an absolute myth busted. Myth number 4 is going to be that running Facebook ads is hard. Well, I hate to be the guy that says it, but I have probably trained well over a dozen or more people on media buying in the last couple of months. And I actually have an entire program that within, 2 hours of consuming content can actually show you how to run Facebook ads the exact same way that our agency does. And the reason why this is probably one of the biggest myths is because running Facebook ads really isn't that hard, but making winning ad creatives that you can put into your account to ultimately scale is hard. So I'm not saying Facebook ads in general is easy. What I am saying is that the way that you run them and how you click the buttons is not hard. Making creatives that actually drive performance is hard. So overall, the idea of running Facebook ads being really hard is 100% a myth that we have now just busted. And the 5th and final myth that we are going to cover is that Facebook ads don't work anymore. There's only 2 reasons why your Facebook ads aren't working anymore. Number 1, the market doesn't think your ads are good enough. Number 2, the market doesn't think your product's good enough. That's it. That's honestly the only reason why your Facebook ads aren't working. Because at the end of the day, it's not that Facebook ads don't work anymore. It's that things are a lot more competitive. So if you want to actually succeed, you have to actually make products that don't suck, and you have to make ad creatives that also don't suck. It's not Facebook's fault that nobody wants to buy your product. It's your fault that you don't know how to present it or you don't know how to create product. The idea that Facebook ads don't work is 100% a myth and is officially busted. So that is it. Those are the top 5 myths. Just to recap them, number 1, targeting is done on the ad set level. Again, targeting is done with your ad creative. Number 2, TikTok is better than Facebook ads. Friendly reminder just to look at this graphic. Number 3, you have to force spend on your ads. Again, Facebook has been around for 20 years and it's smart enough to know whether or not ad creatives are good or ad creatives are bad. 4, running Facebook ads is hard. Running Facebook ads is actually easy. Making the actual ads that you then run is the hard part. And number 5, Facebook ads don't work. Again, if Facebook ads aren't working for your business, it's not Facebook's problem, it's your problem. Well, if you made it all the way to the end, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this week's video. All I ask at the end of every video is you click the share button down below and send this to someone else who you also think could get value. As always, if you're a multiple 6 or 7-figure Shopify brand looking for the help of a growth-focused agency, I'd highly recommend for you to grab a time with me down below to get your custom action plan for 2024. And if you're currently below multiple 6 or 7 figures or just looking to work a little bit closer with me, I actually have a brand new Skool community that we just launched last week, and I would love to invite you. There is actually a link to a free beginner course below. And then if you're actually interested in upgrading to the full program, there's an option for you to do so inside of Skool. With all that said, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this week's video, and I'll see you next week.